thank you so much for joining me for my 2024 Christmas home tour. I cannot believe that we are days away from Christmas, but I'm excited to share with you how I have our home decorated for the 2024 Christmas season. I'm going to start out here in the kitchen. When you walk in our back door, you walk right into our little kitchen. And I've had this green hutch in the kitchen decorated in many ways over the years, but I recently decided to start using this as a little desk. I put a thrifted lamp on here. I used an old antique chair that we already had. And then I also just added lots of different little Christmas items to it, including this beautiful journal that my husband got me at the beginning of December. He said, I thought you could use this to write down our favorite Christmas recipes and traditions, because he noticed that I was writing down a ton of new recipes and activities that I wanted to do this Christmas on a little list pad that we had in our kitchen. And he was like, now you can write down all of your ideas in here and save this journal and look back on it every year. So I just thought that was the most thoughtful gift, and I've really been enjoying writing in this journal the past month and filling it with Christmas inspiration. I also put all of my favorite Christmas cookbooks and children's books that I've thrifted on this desk as well, so that I have them all in one place when I want to look at them for inspiration. And I added some thrifted glassware, vintage Christmas cards, and just little pieces like that to make this little hutch feel very charming and cozy for Christmas. I thrifted this little tree a few years ago, and I just added a red bow to the top of that. And then on my white hutch over here that we are using as a pantry, I got this piece from a local antique store a few months ago, and it is a very special piece. I just love having this in our kitchen. And on top of this, I put a thrifted picture that I found several years ago. I believe it was in 2019. It's a little picture of children playing in the snow. I recently added some gold paint to the frame to like spruce it up a little bit, and I just think it looks so pretty on the top of the hutch. And then again, we use this little piece as a pantry, so I have some of our home canned items and onions and things like that in it. And then the bottom cabinets are also full of pantry staple items that we use every single day. So it's just a very, very important piece to have in our kitchen, and I'm super thankful for it. Every piece in our home has such a special story and special meaning to us. I'm just a very sentimental person, so I love the history that each piece has. Every single piece, as I look around, has a special meaning and a purpose behind why we love it. And I just feel so grateful for this meaningful space that we've been able to create together. I'm just grateful beyond words. And I'm also so grateful for all of you for spending another year with me here on my channel. Again, I can't put it into words how thankful I am for you to be here, and that we've been able to connect through our similar passions and interests in creating a cozy home with thrifted and unique pieces. This time I've been on YouTube has just been so special to me, and I hope that you all know how much I really appreciate you. I have so much planned for us in 2025. I'm so excited to continue to pour into my channel next year and create lots and lots of content. I have so many ideas for next year, so stay tuned for another year together on my channel. And again, just thank you so much for being here. Kitchen table, I just added a very simple tablescape with some of my favorite thrifted dishes, and then I also added some hot cocoa, candy canes, and marshmallows over here to the hot cocoa bar area. I didn't go too all out with it, but just a few simple pieces that we actually use to make our hot cocoa with. I also added a Christmas tree plate that I thrifted over here above the stove, and I decided to make a few changes to this marble tray over here in the corner. If you watched my Christmas decorate with me, this area looked a little bit different, but I decided to pull out a few more pieces and rearrange a little bit. I added this safety pin tree and also this little gingerbread house cookie jar. So this corner is just a little bit different from the last video that you saw, but I think it feels very cozy in here for Christmas. Earlier in the year, I thrifted a big box of vintage fabric, and this fabric here is one of the pieces that was in the box that I thrifted. So I decided to use it and used an insert that I already had to make this little lumbar pillow to go here on the couch. I just love this red toile pattern for Christmas and honestly for all year round. I just think it is so pretty. So I just made a little envelope cover with that thrifted fabric, and it just added a beautiful pop of red to the couch. If you watch my channel, then you know I love to thrift and collect red transferware and vintage Santa pieces like mugs, plates, pictures, and things like that through the year. So this is kind of just a place where I collect all of that together and display it in this big hutch here in the living room. This was a piece in my husband's family that was passed down to us, and we are super thankful for this hutch. Before I had this hutch. I really did not have a good place to display items like this and to decorate with some of the pieces that I really loved to collect. So I'm super, super thankful to have this piece as a part of our home. Only thing I did not add yet is a tree topper because I really want to wait until I find the perfect one. I did see your suggestions to add a red bow to the top, and I love that idea. However, I didn't have any more red ribbon on hand, and I really didn't want to go again buy something until I know it's the right thing. So I'm gonna try to thrift next year for a tree topper for this tree that we can use every year, and until I find the perfect one, I just decided to leave it blank. In my previous video, I shared a few new thrift finds that I found in December to add to our home for Christmas, and 3 of those new thrift finds were these gorgeous stockings. This teddy bear needlepoint stocking, and then these 2 vintage spode stockings. It was such an exciting find to thrift these, so I wanted to add these to our electric fireplace, and I'm going to add this clip in here to show you what the fireplace looks like now that I added those. So it's a little bit different than you saw earlier in the video, but I just love the new addition of these stockings, and I can't wait to use them every year. Okay friends, the very last room I have to share with you in this home tour is my dressing room and office. I used lots of ornaments that I already had on this tree, like all of my leftover ornaments in here, and then also our special ornaments. The only new ones I added were the ones I found and shared with you in my previous thrift haul. I added all of those to it, and I love how it turned out. I decided to use all of my blue ribbon that I used throughout our house all year, all on this tree for Christmas. So I just tied a bunch of bows and added them all to this tree, and I love how the blue ties in with the rest of the room. I have lots of other French blue touches throughout this room, so I just thought it looked so pretty in here with that ribbon. I have some special ornaments on this tree, like I said, like our wedding ornament, my camera ornament, this little mushroom I found at the thrift store recently for $1. I thought it was so pretty, and just little ones like that. I want to continue to add to our collection over time, but there's a look at a few of my favorites. I did not decorate our dining room or bedroom this year simply because I just decided to keep things simple and less stressful this Christmas so that I could really enjoy this season. But I want to say thank you all so much for watching our Christmas home tour for 2024, and I also want to say thank you for sticking with me through this past year as I have been adjusting to some new roles as a full-time student and taking on other new responsibilities and adventures in life. I've had so much going on this year, all good things, but it's just been a learning experience on how to balance it all. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I have so much planned for 2025, and like I said earlier, I'm just ready to pour so much into my channel next year. So I hope and pray that you all want to join me for another year. I hope that this video was enjoyable to watch and that you got some inspiration from it. I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas with your loved ones and a wonderful new year. My next video will be after the new year, so I just again hope and pray that you have a wonderful rest of your year. Merry Christmas, and I will see you next time.